We can actually start this thing. Ah, you can open while the game loads.
Your home base has grown.
Oh
Now
my
you can click the
god, it's doing it
Statistics
again.
panel button.
Every time, I'm going to have to turn this off. Every time we open it, it's just starting all of the tutorials all over again. Just go away. Silence. We know how to play the game. We know the factory has been as like big. You tell us every time we open the game. Okay then. I have been mildly busy. We've cleaned out this planet obviously last time, and I also done a bunch of more foundations, so we've got some space to work with. I also did a sneaky, and off stream I went and colonised the other planet. I went and... this one? Yes, the titanium one. I went and murdered the world of here. Basically, I took a bunch of missiles, and a bunch of missile turrets, and a bunch of geothermal generators, and everything else we collected last time. And I went and murdered that planet. Murdered the planet, stole the titanium, which should be coming in on one of these lines, at least for now. One of them. My god, have we used it all? We can't have used it all already. Oh my, we can't have used it all already. We had so much of that stuff. We can't have used it all already. Oh my god. We have used all the titanium already. We had like 2,000 of it. I guess that's why the research stopped. I was making the nice, you know, piss cubes. I guess we're gonna have to fly back and risk going past the fog again. Although the thing that we had been researching, we had planetary. Oh no, you ran out whilst we were working on the interstellar logistics. I wanted to have that before I went back, so I could set up an actual network to bring the titanium back automatically. Oh, damn it. I guess we're gonna have to dump down a depot. Empty a bunch of this stuff in. Okay, I guess that one's full. Fill most of that out, there we go. What was I actually working on? I forgot what I was working on. I was doing something here, and I've forgotten what. There must be something that we just researched. Was it? I think it might have been the processors, maybe? I don't know. I've forgotten. I have slept. It's been like 2 days since I last opened this. But I guess it's, space time. We need to... go to this one. Whilst avoiding... that. I know. Okay, so, oh no, let's not go that way, thank you. I think as long as we are 0.5 astronomical units away from them, they will not attack us. So I think we might be safe. After we drain all of the power to go to a much faster cruising speed. Yeah, I think we're going to pass far enough away, because that's 0.66, 0.65. Come on, go to 0.66 again. There we go. We are now we are moving further away, so yeah. That was good. We're safe. We are safe. Oh, apparently we did still have the stuff to make yellow cubes. Because it's still going. Damn it. I should have waited. What were the yellows made of? I wonder if it's just that we have a bunch of the stuff already sort of like prepared. Or it could be that these were all on the long conveyor belt to the polar labs and have only just turned up, and that's why they're now being picked up. Right, okay, so we're going to start needing to slow down. We don't fly past it. We'll get caught in the gravity. If only landing on planets was this easy in Kerbal Space Program. Oh, I see our base. Yeah, my way of battling to take the control of this planet with this. I landed, put all of these missile turrets down, made one massive conveyor belt that went all the way around, and just filled this with missiles. And then the signal towers all the way to where the thing was, which was over here. And is now not over here because I blew it up. Much like we did last time. I just let the missiles just destroy it. I just daisy chained signal towers all the way there. And I hope that works on the other planet, because the other planet has got 3 dark fog bases on. And so I have a horrible feeling that when we destroy one of them, the other 2 might get angry. Yeah, and all of this was just to get all of this. Just all of the titanium we could possibly dream of. So much of it. It's lovely. Hey, Frop. We're actually making so much titanium we can't... Even the Mark II belts is not keeping up with it. By the time we're back to our planet and we come back, these are probably both going to be full again. But speaking of other planet... Oh, will that... Yes, that last one's done. The last yellow is done. The reds and blues will be fine. Oh my. Oh, that. I did not. I. I may have made a bit of a cocky-wocky up. Um. I put our fuel back in the crates with all of the other things. Right, this planet had coal on it. Because I used it for something. Titanium crystals, that's what I used it for. No, those aren't titanium crystals, those are diamonds. Very similar, yeah, Frop. That'll do for that. The big difference is it's over multiple, well, I say multiple planets, multiple solar systems. I mean, currently this is our solar system. This is not our home planet. Our home planet is Andromeda 1. Ignore the giant mechanical hive that looms above us. But if we zoom out further, all of these stars we can go to. Each of them have planetary systems in there. We can, if we actually put in the effort, put a Dyson sphere around every single one of these. Including this black hole. Which we arrive in 37 hours at our current power level. If we had Drive Engine 4, which we don't. So, luckily we can't go to the black hole. Otherwise I'd be going straight to the black hole because I've never seen it before. I never thought to look in the last game. Do the slow walk of shame after I forgot my stuff. Come on, give me graphite. Actually, you know what I should do just to make sure this is just easier for next time? I would have done it if I hadn't emptied my inventory out to collect titanium from here. Is I would have put a depot at the end of one of these. Right, that should be enough to get us home. Also take a bunch of diamonds because I'm not actually making them on our home planet, even though we can, and it's probably better because there's more coal there. We need an indicator so we go the right way. We need to go here. Oh god, that is... This might not be the best time. They're attacking the home planet. They are attacking the home planet. Although they've not got far because we haven't got the thing up at the top that says died. Oh, is that them trying to land? They keep sending out landers. The problem is we have a lot of missiles. Oh god, that is scarily close. I really hate the fact that we can't actually get there without getting too close to the hive. Yeah, it's still a bit too close. We're going to come in way too close. I mean, it's the fastest time we can actually get back to our planet, though. And I really hate that. I really hate that it's going to be the quickest we can get there. I'm going to drop down a safety save. If you're going down, I'm going up. Oh, that is really... This is asking for trouble. Okay, we can get into 0.5. Oh god, no, this is the wrong planet, this is the wrong planet, this is the wrong planet. Flee, 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 that is the wrong planet. That's why they were still landing stuff there. Oof. That one was a bit too close for comfort, I think. Yeah, let's change your indicator to go there, please. I'm glad I did not try to land on that planet. I'm very much not prepared for that. Right, what do you need? We need to get sulfuric acid production going. Titanium, we can supply now, manually. Steel, I upgraded off stream. I doubled the length of the steel line. So we should be getting a better line of steel coming through now. It shouldn't all be getting split off to use too early. We do not have any sulfuric acid production. We don't have any particle container production. Although we do have 2 of the 3 things required. We don't have the, I'm guessing, is that energy? Is that nanocarbon or something? I have to double check. And, oh, we also need that for this as well. So I think this is what those 3 replicators were. They were me putting down stuff to make processors in preparation for making the logistics of planets and then the interstellar logistics. Because we need one to make the other. We also have a bunch of other tech unlocks, because, why not? So we have our solar sail ejectors. But when we want to get to that. Don't know how safe that is. whilst there's still a hive in the system, though. I assume they would shoot them down? Although I think what I might do this time round, because last game we made the EM sail, or the solar sails on home planet, and it got a little bit cramped. So I'm wondering if it might be interesting to try making it so that one of the other planets, their sole production, either we'll put it on the titanium world or on the silicon world. We will find out which one would be better suited. I'm assuming it's the titanium one. We work out which one is better at making the solar sails. And then we turn that world into just a solar sail manufacturing hell. Basically by concreting the whole thing like we've done here. Wonderful nature. Right, so we were wanting to make particles. No. Processors, different thing. I am making microcrystalline components here. Oh, which we are using for something else. Oh, no, wait, we're making them there. Why are we making them here? Hang on. Change of plans. What am I doing? Already making the processors here. So if that is the case, what are you missing? It is basically the microcrystalline bits that we're missing. Those are made from silicon. So I think I'm probably going to have to update this. And make more of these here. Then those could feed into here. Make more processors, make them faster. The usual drill. Means we're going to need to pull off copper and silicon earlier. Luckily we already have a line of splitters here for that. You are high purity, so you... Again, I am being silly because I've forgotten that I dumped all of my stuff out. And I need to take a small step to... You are actual titanium for this one, and then you are the diamonds. So all the diamonds go in there. As much titanium as can fit can go in there. And then it leaves us some to play with. Right, give me those, give me those, and those, and those. Give me those. I think that'll do. Right, so silicon. Bring you out, and then up and over. Okay. So hopefully... drop these down here. Ooh, just about. Just about in range to pull them into there. Perfect. And we also do the same with the copper. Which I think I'm going to have to bring out first. Otherwise it's not going to be able to go up high enough, quick enough to get over these factories. Oops, a little too high, whatever. Actually, wait, no. I do need to make that a bit smaller. Go out one. There we go. Ooh, that one might not fit, if I'm honest. That one will fit on, but will you... No, you won't fit under there. Damn it. If I cut you there and there... I can cheat. Bring it down a bit. Well, I'll say cheat. Bring it down a bit earlier. Oh, and there's our power transmission. So once we actually do get the solar sails up, we can actually use the stuff now. Ooh, actually. You come out and go this way a bit. And then come back in. Oh wait, no, I don't need to worry because it's going to be painted here. Never mind, never mind. Scratch that, scratch that. You flip it reverse. That is more like a slightly more reasonable amount of processors that should be being built from this now. Oh, and the logistics has actually filled up. Wonderful. Because we're probably not going to be using them. Right, so processors bring out. You. You need steel, titanium. Do we have steel anywhere on here? We did. It's going behind. Oh, this is becoming a little bit spaghetti. Oh, we like a bit of spaghetti. Okay, steel's going in. You're going to want the titanium coming out of the top of there. And then coming out the bottom of here and scooting along here. And that'll be our titanium. So we need particle containers. Also a lot more power. Our power is weak. Well, because I made all of these. Kill a few of those up. We don't quite need as many yellows. Not saving much power, but you know, it's saving some. I'm gonna do that just so it can actually be a place where we can dump this titanium. Okay, now what do we need for this purple stuff? Graphene. Oh, and graphene. Oh, okay. How are we going to do this? How are we going to do this? It can be made from planetary gases, which we do have the option to build. I just don't know if we have the option to automatically get it routed over to us yet. Do we have the... No, we don't have the ability to build those yet, do we? Or do we? No, I think they should be back here. There's like a planet, like a gas giant harvester thing that can take gases from them. Which is what the alternate recipe would be. So, I guess sulfuric acid is next. Which is oil, rock, water, I think? Oil, stone, and water, yeah. And what's that made in? Oh, you can also get it from a sulfuric acid ocean, but unfortunately we don't have one of those. Otherwise that would be wonderful. Right, chemical factory. We have chemical factories. Chemical plants. Yep, here we are. We are gonna need some oil stuff, aren't we then? Oil, oil, oil. Here we go, oil. Let's just take... Well, no, that's extractors. We don't need that many. I think we only need 3. For where we're going. This is the one we need a lot of. The refineries. Let's take... 10 tanks. 10 tanks should do. And had we set up water pumps, or was that one thing I was still manually doing? Since we don't use them much. No, I think that was a manual one that we do. So, stone, iron, and some engines. Engines, iron, stone. Need more engines. Okay, that should do. Right, so somewhere on this planet we have got some more crude oil. Was it this? Oh, actually, we got. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, okay. This. Okay, that's a bit far out. That's already in use as well. We'll try and get as many as possible within the same sort of area. So yeah, 5. We can get 5 going. And considering we need a lot of sulfuric acid, probably be a good idea to do that. That's for... Let's make sure we go... Doop, and then... Oop. And then... We miss our target. Right. Collecting. Now you say there's an oil seep here game. I am not seeing an oil seep. Apparently the ground was a little bit too bumpy there. Then we go 1 there, 1 there. no one here. I am going to want a lot of foundations. Also more fuel. Hang on, wait. I grabbed that oil for a reason. Oh, that was not the button. That was the button. Make sure we use the oil first, because it's the... I think the worst of the two? Either way, it's the smallest pile of the two. Concrete. Oh, that's taken up nearly all of our concrete. That has in fact taken up all of our concrete. Right, now, can I just be lazy? Because that is the name of the game. I can't fly, we don't have enough power. We have got oil refineries going already that have the layout that we want. Granted, I'm going to need more lines of them, because each of these lines pretty much furnishes one. I mean, actually, to be fair, it goes with more than one, I think. Or does it? Oh, that might just be a power issue. So let's... We want to copy the inbound and the 2 outbound lines. As well as... the actual refineries themselves. I really should grab some wireless power towers. Although, saying that, I really don't have the power as is. Right, so, Control B. You want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. Just enough space. Can I just be cheeky? Don't even know if that's going to work. Probably not. A lot of buildings that don't have the stuff for, so let's go and rectify that. We need way more belts. You know what I could do? I could actually try using some of these. Not that I have any logistics drones. That could be a problem. Maybe even worth setting those up at some point. Actually, you know what? One more for the hell of it. Let's take a few of those. And we need to work on the power situation at some point. Not fair. The other planet. Other planet's fine. Other planet's made of lava. I just dumped geothermal power plants everywhere. Enough to power that thing without any concern. I took like 100 of them and only used 10 to power the entire thing on the titanium world. And that's not the case here. Yeah, we need a lot more. Another 50 megawatts. Okay, so that did not quite work out as I wanted it to. But it's just easier to just delete the separate ones. This one, it might be easier to make it come from this way, so we can swap that one around when the time comes. So you can come in this direction. And then these two are coming down from there. So you can risk going a different direction. Go to that one. And you. And go to that one. So much oil. America should be proud of me. Right, do we have stone nearby? That's be the next thing. We do have some stone nearby. Not massively close, but close enough. Oh, we also have coal quite close by as well. You were muted, your headphones were turned off. Well done, Ace. I mean, I suppose that's better than me being muted for the past 40 minutes or 50 minutes. Okay, I'll stretch. I probably needed that, to be honest. I have spent like nearly most of today and yesterday watching Doctor Who with Sheepa. We're finally up to Peter Capaldi. A slight saving grace. We got through Matt Smith. And now, as I said to Sheepa earlier, it's going to be interesting to see which wins out. His love of Peter Capaldi, or the pain of having to deal with his writing. And by his, I mean him. The Moffat. Because we've come to a pretty good idea of how to describe the Moffat era so far. Some really good ideas. It's just a shame it was him writing them. Like, some of the Moffat stories actually had some really interesting concepts behind them. They were just executed really badly. And if they had been written by someone else with who was just a better writer, we could have had like Matt Smith's stuff could have been like the most amazing of them all. Alas, we had Stephen Moffat writing. So apart from the odd gem that for the most part weren't written by him, those were the gems. It was mostly just a bunch of really cool ideas that were executed poorly. Oil. Now we need power. In fact, I'm not even going to start powering this yet. I am not going to start... Is this even on the power grid yet? Let me just double check. This is already on the power grid, damn it. I mean, if you were trying to execute people during your teens, Ace, I really hope that, you weren't trying to execute them properly. Executing poorly as a teenager is just the way to go. Hey, I executed an entire gender incorrectly for my teenage years, so beat that. So everyone is interconnected, ready to go. So oh, thank you, research. Carbon nanotubes. But we have got 5 lines of oil and hydrogen coming out of this now. We are going to at least want a bunch of that going towards sulfuric acid. I'm thinking at least 2 of these lines, if not 3 of them, need to go for sulfuric acid. Because we need it not only for the graphene, for these particle containers, we also need it for our... Oh, what was the other thing? Brain, titanium, things. Nope, that's plastic. Where's the other titanium? These. Titanium alloys also need a lot. Hey Sponge, hey, well, how are you? I'm guessing it was from probably Chubb? I'm guessing a Chubb raid? Let me have a quick look. Yes, you followed me 4 days ago. And I think that was when Chubb raided me. During one of my art streams. But I am a fan of the Veedcat. Right, let's see. Chemical plants. Let's start with 4. See, we're going to want sulfuric acid. At some point, more plastic will probably be useful. Carbon nanotubes, not useful yet. We also need chemical plants for the graphene. Okay. So you make 4 every 6 seconds. Oh, I can't even do basic maths. You use 1 every 3 seconds. So every 6 seconds... Wait, hang on, that's... Yeah, that's all I'm after. So every 3 seconds we use 1 sulfuric acid. So every 6 seconds it uses 2. Every 6 seconds this makes 4. So one of these can make 2 for graphene. If then we do that... Oh, we can't extend that further. Okay, so you're just going to be the sulfuric acid line for general use. There's effort. So... You need oil coming in and water coming in and stone. So that is 2 lines per side. Three inputs, 1 output. And most of this sulfuric acid, I think, is going to end up getting shipped off-world when the time comes. Off to wherever titanium planet is. So that we can automate the manufacture of our titanium alloys. Because we have got iron on that planet as well, so we can make the steel. So if we can set up the titanium alloy to be made on world, we ship the sulfuric acid there, and then we bring the titanium back. Well, I suppose we could just ship the titanium here, but I know it feels like a waste just sending things from one direction and then having to go back empty-handed. Right, so you go in, you come out. You go in, you go in. And then we copy and paste to get the inputs. If, of course, I'd made the input lines long enough. Where was the stone? The stone was back. Gee, where was the stone? Was up here? Yeah, so stone's going to come down here. I'm going to have to split it off around here. We are going to duplicate this line now. Boom. And then we're going to do the 3 extras for this. So this is going to use the sulfuric acid. Hang on, wait. Which was the in, which was the out, I forgot. Oh well, we'll figure it out. But either one of these is going to end up going onto this, to the sulfuric acid. We're going to have coal from over there being made into graphene and coming in on this side. And then on this side, a graphene will come out. I keep getting graphene and graphite mixed up. But that's 2 of the main lines sorted. One set that's just sulfuric acid, one that turns sulfuric acid into the graphene. The graphene then is going to be shipped off to the bus, get mixed with engines and copper to make these particle containers, which are then going to go into the logistics. Hey, Izzy. 21 pairs. I'm not going to give any context to that. But Ezzy knows what I'm talking about. I'm sorry, at least 21 pairs. Hi Ezzy, how are you? so let's put the oil going on the inside one, and I think the oil is the one that I... Yes, the oil is coming out onto the green belt. This is not accusations, actually. This is you talking to me on Discord earlier. You miss such wonderful Doctor Who, Ezzy. We watched so much. Sheepa did eventually return. Oh yes, it must have been the wind that was sorting through your closet. Almost as bad as the Skyrim guard saying that. This horrible orange needs to go. We need to get power done. I suppose we can turn one of these into just a pure power line. I don't have any thermal plants on me, so we're going to have to rectify that first. But a lot of this hydrogen we're never going to use, so we might as well burn it off one way or the other. At least for now, because I think eventually we can turn it into fusion. Yeah, well, we can use hydrogen and titanium, but we can't get the titanium done properly yet. So eventually we're going to be wanting to do that. So I'd probably end up setting up another titanium line off-world and having a separate thing to bring it over there, maybe. I don't know. We'd have to see whether or not we want to extend the bus out first. We'll probably do, to be fair, because we do need this to go around the whole planet eventually, just to make it, you know, make it fun. I want... Actually, I'm not going to take them from you, because we do have some in... Yeah. I could also cover half the planet in wind turbines, but that seems a bit too eco-friendly for a factory game. You have a good day at work, Ezzy. Thank you for popping in and hurting me. I always appreciate a huh from our Ezzy boy. Let's do line of 6 and see if that works. Oh no, I need more sorters as well. Amazing how quick those get used up. Go up, and then we slam our face in. So we're going to want one in that side, one in that side. Okay, and then we copy. And we paste. Hey, you know what? I'm going to upgrade this entire line. Because we're worth it. Okay, so let's connect some of these up. We want you connected and you. Get you down there. And then connect you there. So we've got oil coming in, that's going to make power. We've got hydrogen making power for us as well. And slowly but surely, going to keep that going. Going to upgrade that as well just to make sure, because why not? As we get more power coming in, this will make stuff faster, which will then make more stuff, therefore making more power faster, and eventually, hopefully, all of these should have power, or at least some kind of fuel going into them. If not, we can add another lot and do the same with these two lines. Which I'm noticing is not connected. Extending the summoning circle for the mech for a moment. Recharge faster. If I felt safe in any way, I would get rid of more of these signal towers. I don't think we need quite this many anymore. You know what, for now we're going to cheat and just put these into there as well. Get all of that power running. Oh, so hydrogen gets 2.16. Conversion rate 80%. Okay, it's conversion on both of them, that's fine. It's not quite getting there in terms of power though. That one's still... aren't quite getting enough. We are. We are, Ham. We are. We've got out our Dyson. Although technically we've got the option to have a look at the thing, but we can't make one yet. We don't have the full technology. This would just show us our solar sail. But we haven't actually got those going yet. Eventually, we would actually have an actual Dyson Sphere. But for now, we're stuck with a Swarm. It's the wrong way around because we can rotate it. Because space is weird. I honestly have never actually looked at these numbers before and seen that they do go the wrong way around. Normally I look at it from this angle. So it's a lot harder to read the numbers, because the numbers don't really mean much. Because all the numbers do. So if we add an orbit, we could just tweak the radius of it, tweak the inclination, and the spinny bit. It doesn't make a lot of difference, really. Well, it's not. The Dyson Sphere is a globe, but what the way it starts out is you use solar sails. So you start shooting out solar sails, which send their energy back to us. Then, when you get the tech to make the Dyson Sphere, you send up frameworks to build obviously the frame of the sphere. And then the solar sails get attracted to the framework and attached to the framework to build the sphere. It's the two different tech levels in what I don't know what the fancy ones are. A globe is a globe. It's just whether you're inside or out of it. You could theoretically make the Dyson Sphere big enough that your planet is inside it as well. But that is silly. Because that would take a lot more resources to do it. And also you would then have trouble getting out. So yeah, like I say, first thing is making a Dyson Swarm, which is a bunch of solar sails that you just shoot up into orbit of the sun. They orbit it, they send back their power to you, you have a jolly good time, you eat the power, you make, I don't know, cups of tea and toast. The next tech level is turning it into a permanent solution. Because solar sails are not permanent, they do die. I think they last for 180 days without tech upgrade. No, that's all the weapon stuff. Solar sail life. Here we go. So yeah, to start with, they don't have a lot, but then you can unlock it. Gives an extra, well, technically 5 minutes of solar sail life, so half an in-game day maybe. And then we can keep upgrading it, and more and more and more. But under the technologies, once we get the high strength, lightweight structures, we can start building frame materials and components. Then we make our launching sites. Once we've unlocked that tech, we need purple for that though, and purple we're not far off. We just need to get a couple more techs to do that. And that gives us our actual carrier rockets that take the stuff up to build the frames. And our launching sites for said carrier rockets. And then we keep doing this, and it gives us a better, like, at first you can only do it a certain, like, width around the belt of the, so like you can start off with maybe having, I'm assuming if this is upgrading by a 15% latitude limit, it's 15% on either side. So imagine like a 30%, like a 30 degrees ring around the sun in orbit, and then each one of these we can do a little bit more and add a little bit more to the sphere each time until eventually full sphere, entire sun is gone, we're eating the whole thing. And then we start getting into like just getting more power out of it. And technically there is a you know, complete the game, which we didn't do in the last run. We gave up about like about 3 techs earlier. I think we gave up around here because it's like, we've already got the Dyson Sphere. Technically we've won the game. What's this mission completed nonsense? But that's the theory of everything, the universe matrix. Also, eventually we would want to make artificial stars eventually, because that's more power. And of course, what I probably will do, even once I finish this game, is I'll probably end up, like, continuing on playing it, but sending stuff to other... Because each of these dots, as I mentioned to someone before, we can go to each of these and stick a Dyson Sphere around them. And I think we have 64 stars here. So we could, theoretically, make 64 Dyson Spheres, and one of them isn't a star. One of them is a black hole, which I think still work for Dyson Spheres. Which will be interesting. I don't know if it's possible to do that, but I'm going to try. It won't be on stream, I can tell you that, but I will try. Right, let me double check the power. Okay, we are up there now. So we don't technically need another one, but you know what? I'm going to anyway. And we'll do a quick little upgrade of these lines. We can make sure we definitely have power now. Not quite what I was planning on doing with 2 lines of oil, but you know what? it's worth it for now until we can start turning all the hydrogen into fuel cells. Right, let's start storing you. For whatever we plan on using you for. But I don't know what it's going to be yet. Right, so water is the next thing we want on this. Luckily, we got water right here. You. Let's split you like this, because that way it'll be easy. You'll already be able to like pop over the top because you're going to be like that. Wonderful. Job's a good one. Just to be safe, let's make sure the input lines are all really powered up. Might be able to, probably worth adding more to those later. So that's water going in. Now we just need the stone, which was over here. Well, actually, serves some coal. We could do our graphite up here as well. Ooh, tempting, tempting. Do we have the foundations for it is the question. After the shopping centre, I see some miners. They're saying that we might still have some in the junk box. So I'll check there first. Foundations. I am going to take some more of you because we're running low. I've got those. We've got the arc smelters, which are going to be for our graphite. There we go. We already had miners. Perfect. See how much I can squeeze out of this. Enough. And we do the same... the coal, though. Ooh, this is going to be a nice coal deposit. Ooh. That's like 4 7s, an 8, and a 9. Definitely need some green belts for this one. So, arc smelters. 3. And a gap. 3. And a gap. 3. And a gap. And then 3. And hopefully this is all within... Yes, it's all within the same, like, latitude range. Longitude range. I forget which is which when describing this. That's the only annoying thing about this game, which is understandable, is obviously you can't draw a grid that matches the entire planet. So at certain points, like this line that we're walking along here, it goes from being one size of square to being a slightly smaller subset of square. They're still 5 by 5, but the size of the square is different. And so if you cross at certain points, it shifts things to the side, which can be a bit of a pain. Which is why normally I lay my things out, you know, lengthways, rather than heightways on the planet. So, we go in, we go out, we change you to be energized graphite, we save. Well, we're not save, we copy. We paste not only the recipes, but the inputs and the outputs. Job's a good one. Then rinse and repeat, but cheating by copy and paste. And the gap between each of these is so we can get a power line in. That's our graphite. Get you running roughly along the right latitude line. And second one out here. I actually think, just to be safe, I'm going to balance these belts out. So one belt in the bottom. And then one in the top. Actually, I'm going to run them both in the same one till we get to where we need to be. It'll make it look nicer. We've run out of greens. Time to fix that. So the one closest to us is the graphite, which is annoying because I wish that was the other way around. You flip and go to there. That's our graphite line. And bring this over and split it up for our stone. So one goes in. And then the other one scoots over there as well. That's water, oil, and now stone sorted out for that. Need to finish building the line. Which is actually quite good because it's actually almost time for me to raid out to someone because it's getting close to midnight. And sadly I have work in the morning. Oh, we've actually run out of titanium again, I guess. At least at the point where we can actually use it. Right, so you power to there. Let's get all this connected and make sure it works as a last thing before the end of the day. Right, so power going. Do we have enough power? Just about. So you are not actually enough to fill full lines, but you will combine and make a full line. Ooh, they're working right on the edge. But between the two, they're making almost a full line. So I can deal with that. I can deal with that. That is enough. And here we go. Stone's coming in. Bubbly bubbly. Our lovely yellow sulfuric acid has come. At which point you will go into there. And of course I haven't actually set up the portals, have I, for that? So one go in, one go out. Other go in. Copy, paste, paste. And that is graphene. Which really isn't much. It needs 2 every 4 seconds. Which is nowhere near as much as we actually have. But we've got our sulfuric acid. Which means we need to have our titanium alloys worked on next. I do that. Can start storing it. Oh, can I not actually directly put it in? Oh, it goes in 10 at a time. Okay, there we go. What I can do now, which I might probably end up doing off stream, or at least prepping for it off stream, making sure we get enough of this filled so we can take a bunch of it with us to the other planet. I want to have at least enough to get this going at the other planet, and this. Which I might be able to get sorted out on the other planet, making all these, because we have copper, and we have iron, so we can make the circuit. We'll have the copper, we won't have the silicon vein, but we will have stone, which we can melt down into high quality silicon to make these. So we'll be able to make the processors required. We'll obviously already be making the titanium alloys there on planet, because that's the whole point of it. And these need the titanium alloys and also the turbines, which need copper and iron. And copper and iron. So we might just be able to build all of this stuff off-world to make the logistics drones. Well, logistics vessels, which ferry stuff between planets. So if I can get that set up on the titanium planet, plus take the stuff to make one interstellar port with us. So, you know, take the steel, take these bits with us, take some of that as well, and then we just need the titanium alloy at the other end to build one of these. We can then get that all set up, get it so it has a bunch of logistics vessels funnel straight into it, so they go straight into the network, and then we can come back here, build another one slowly as and when we can. Obviously, make sure we bring enough titanium alloy back for the process. And then we can dump one down here, and we can just get them to ferry the titanium to us. No more back and forth. We can automate that bit. And then we can work on whatever the next bit is. I'm assuming once we get the titanium to start getting the structure matrices permanently, we don't have to keep going back and forth. We would need to work on... That's carrier capacity and carrier upgrade. So those are just going to make our vessels better. That's the only reason they're there. I could work on those. We would have the blue and the yellow needed for that. But we won't have the purple. I'm going to EQ that because that will actually be useful. Although it's a pain to make, but it'll be useful. We only need one of them as well, so that'll help. Well, minimum we need one. A few of them will probably be more helpful, but minimum we need one. Right, particle control we need for the particle broadband. And then this is our next one for purple. And quantum chips we will need, because quantum chips are used for one of these things? Yes, the carrier rockets, we need the quantum chips for that. So, next time round we'll probably work towards that. I'll probably get, like I say, some of the generic stuff done. Just like getting the logistics stuff set up. Just so we can get ready to go for the next bit. Because for the most part, it's the exact same as what we've already done, we're just doing it on another planet. Because all we'll be doing is literally making these lines all over again. We'll be doing the steel line, copper line, iron line, silicon line. So all this will just be done again on the other planet. And then a couple of replicators to get the other stuff sorted out, and we should be good to go. Start working on the solar sails maybe next. Because we do have the solar sail stuff. Or we could go towards the tech tree. Although the tech tree will happen as and when. That's fine. Once we've got the logistics set up. So I might start, like, planning the solar stuff. Because we can probably make a bunch of this. I mean, the graphite stuff, the graphene is here anyway. So we need it for the sails. And we can make the purple stuff. Because we're already making some photon combiners, so we can already make that. So we can make solar sails already. We just need to put down a little factory to make them. And then, I think the last time, we've got one pole being our labs. And I think the way I did it the other time was I turned the other pole into our solar sail gun, essentially. And I just built a line around the pole of like 8. I think it was 8, possibly 10 or 12 of the solar ray ejectors. And then in the middle, a receiver for the power. And then each of the guns firing the solar sails I had set for a different orbit. So in here, we basically had like 12 random orbits. And each of the guns was set to a different one to get the most out of it, rather than sending them all onto the same one. Because the problem with orbits is they can only fire when they're in the right line. So if you set all 12 of them to use the same orbit, unless you're in the exact position needed to get things into that orbit, bearing in mind solar sails don't have proportion of their own. They only come out of the gun in a straight line, so there's only so much leeway in getting them into the right orbit. So if all 12 of your guns are aimed at that one thing, they're only ever going to fire at that one point. Whereas if you have multiple orbits that you can use, there's always going to be at least one gun working to get stuff into orbit, if not multiple guns, depending on your location. So yeah, might try about getting that done next time, because at least that way we can actually have the Dyson Swarm running. Maybe not the Sphere yet, but we can have the Swarm going. Although, again, the biggest problem about the Swarm is I really don't know how the... Because obviously the last time we did the Swarm, we didn't have this looming over us. So, what we might want to do before we do the solar sails is colonize this planet and turn it into a weapons platform. So yeah, I might need to prep a lot of missiles. Because this has 3 bases on there. Once we kill those 3 bases, the hive can no longer get materials as long as we keep making sure we defend it. As long as we make sure they can't actually get their base back, we'll be fine. Just dump down some geothermal power, cover up the vents, they can't come back. But then they're probably going to start attacking us. So we want to make sure that we have the planets defended at that point. It might be a good idea for our solar sails to come from one of the other planets, so they're closer. But yeah, we're gonna need to contend with this hive at some point. So I'm probably going to need to do a little bit of looking into the best way of dealing with it. I assume it's going to be take out all of the planetary hives so they can't get resources, and then keep on provoking them. So they send ships, we blow the ships up, they can't make more ships. Then eventually they're going to run out of ships. We have to then go and attack them with whatever fleet we can muster. I don't know. We can technically have multiple fleets at some point, I think. At the moment, these are all prototypes, but we can make the good ones now. Well, the second good one. So yeah, we are probably going to want to, at some point, upgrade our drones for going up and fighting the hive. But that's all probably a couple of streams away, depending on how quick we can set everything else up. Like I say, I'll probably try getting some of like the boring bits that we've already seen from the playthroughs like last time, of getting all this stuff set up. I can do that off stream. Because obviously, we want to know what this Dark Fog's about. That's the main reason we're replaying it. You know, it wasn't here the last time we played. So this time round, we want to make sure we can have a look at it and blow it all up. Make our home system safe. And then we can think about going elsewhere afterwards. But for now, I think let's head back and sit in the middle of the belt for now. I think we'll call it there. Let's have a look who is online at this time of night. What a surprise, it's Stars. I mean, I would raid the other person that's on here, but they're just someone I follow. I've never raided them, and I don't think you all want to get sent off to, What even is that? He's playing Tetris, oh god. He's a fish biologist, he's AVNJ. But, yeah, I'll send everyone over to Stars, because they're at least playing, you know, a game, and they're another VTuber, they're not a fish biologist. So yeah, as always, thank you everyone for watching. It's been interesting to mess around a bit more in Dyson with the Dark Fog. We didn't get a shot yet, since we blew them up last time. But we'll see next time. I'm sure we'll die at some point. But yeah, until then, have fun. Say hi to Stars for me, and bye-bye.